Displacement reaction is one of the basic type of chemical reaction. It is a type of reaction in which one element displaces the other element. We can define a displacement reaction as a reaction in which an element replaces the element of a compound. So important thing to note down is an element replaces the element of a compound. Here you can see in the example that iron is an element whereas copper sulfate is a compound. So here iron is an element that replaces the copper, that is an element of a compound, that is an element present in a compound. So iron replaces copper and takes its place, and there is the formation of iron sulfate. So in this reaction you can see iron reacts with copper sulfate. There is the formation of iron sulfate plus copper. It is a type of reaction in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compounds. Both metals and non-metals take part in the displacement reactions. For example, reaction of iron with copper sulfate solution. An important thing is that here a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element. So how a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element? For this, we should have an idea about the reactivity series. The reactivity series of metals is also known as activity series. It is a series in which metals arranged in the decreasing order of reactivity. Thus, the most reactive metal is placed at the top of the series, while the least reactive metal is placed at the bottom of the series. Here you can see a reactivity series which shows the arrangement of the metals on the basis of their reactivity. As potassium is more reactive than the sodium, so it is at the top. So potassium is the most reactive, whereas gold is the least reactive. So this arrangement shows from top to the bottom that these metals are reactive, how these are reactive. So potassium is the most reactive, so it is at the top. Then sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, copper, silver, and gold. So this shows the reactivity series. So why these metals are arranged in the reactivity series? Because some metals are more reactive than the others. So we have organized all the metals in a table form. So that is known as the reactivity series. This reactivity series is important because it can be used to make predictions about the reactions of metals. So by using this concept of the reactivity series, we can predict what is going to happen in the reaction. For example, if potassium and iron, they are both in a reaction, so potassium is more reactive, so it is going to replace the iron. So basically, we can use this reactivity series to predict the reactions of the metals. These predictions can be made about simple reactions of the metals with oxygen, water, and acids. These predictions can also be made about more complex reactions where one metal is competing with another. Here you can see a reactivity table, reactivity series, which shows that potassium is at the top and then platinum is the bottom of the series. This is an easy way to remember first few metals of the reactivity table. For example, you can use this ration. Please send camels, monkeys, zebras in large heavy containers soon. So by remembering this, you can remember first few elements of the reactivity series. Here we will discuss some of the examples of the displacement reaction. But important thing is that to keep in mind the reactivity series. For example, when iron is going to react with copper sulfate, as you can see in the previous slides, iron and copper. Iron is at the top and then copper is at the bottom. So it means that iron is more reactive than the copper. So who is going to replace the other one? Iron will replace copper. So here you can see when iron reacts with copper sulfate, as iron is more reactive than the copper, so there is the formation of iron sulfate and copper is displaced. Same is the case when copper reacts with silver nitrate. You can check in the reactivity series as copper is more reactive than the silver. So there is the formation of copper nitrate and silver is displaced. Whenever sodium is going to react with zinc, as sodium is at the top in the reactivity series, sodium is more reactive. So it is going to replace zinc, and there is the formation of sodium carbonate plus zinc. Same is the case when magnesium reacts with iron oxide, as magnesium is more reactive than the iron and iron is less reactive than the magnesium. So magnesium is going to replace iron, and there is the formation of magnesium oxide plus iron. Here is a brain teaser for you all. Whenever diatomic bromine reacts with potassium iodide, there is the formation of potassium bromide plus iodine. So you have to guess which type of reaction is it.